I'd like to hear more from Debbie, nothing personal.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, she's quiet and I run off at the mouth. What can I tell you?
I know that makes for a difficult soundtrack.
All right, talk,
here.
baby.
Where'd you get your crew? Are these all volunteers?
Yes, they are. They're all friends of mine from various points in my life.
Ah.
It's really funny, like, including someone who was in the first grade with me.
Oh,
Really?
that's the girl from Telluride.
Really?
I knew her since I was 4.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it nice to have people like that in your life that you can see? Like, not many people keep in touch with,
Well, it's difficult. It really is.
So everybody here, I went to college with somebody, and I know people from, different times in my life, and it built up little by little by little. The more we had, the more we needed, it seemed. And like it started with like 5 people, and now it's like 15. What's funny about that?
And look how dedicated they are.
So far. Yes, well, I know that you've been on Glenn's show many times.
Yeah.
I know that you didn't get a chance to talk much then, and one of the things I wanted to ask you.
Well, I just sort of lose my abilities to speak sometimes. I just sort of, space out.
Yeah.
And I even get rude phone calls, and it doesn't even bother me. I just sit there and I listen to it as if it, it wasn't even me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It is you.
I've been accused of that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk to you more about like how you felt about politics, like what you thought about this no nukes thing.
Oh, I'm for that. I think that that's really important. It's well, I did a little speech in Heart of Glass on the Midnight Special recently. I don't know if they'll broadcast it. And hello. And I said that that people should stop being pushed around, and mostly by the large corporate monopolies, and that they should stop nuclear power and the use of nuclear power, because it would mean the destruction of civilization.
Very nice, nicely said.
Something like that.
Very good. Well,
But actually, see, they are missing the point slightly.
Can we get some water here? If this is not an interruption to anyone who's just sitting around.
Yeah, we have
Yeah, we're getting the old classic here. Here, it's
demystification of film.
right. It's good for you to see this happening. Well, so I find it interesting, like when you're on the Midnight Special or something like that. Like that's really a broad base.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. And
I don't know if they might edit it out,
No,
too.
they'll leave it in. They'll leave it in. They're cool, basically. Sure, it's not very offensive. They made us take out the phrase "big corporate monopolies."
Yeah, they made us take that out.
But see, I think
all the rest is
that one of the reasons we didn't do the no nuke thing.
Thank you.
I mean, I agree with the abuse of nuclear power is just it's just a side effect. It's symptomatic of the whole thing. That is not the problem. The abuse of nuclear power isn't the problem. The government and the fact that these huge corporations dictate people's existences. That's the problem.
That's well said, Chris. Here. Now, this is how you get someone to be quiet on the show. You give them water to drink. Now, we quickly say something else. It's almost time for you to go already, and I'm sad, and I'm going to beg you to come back again.
Yeah, we're sorry we're so late, but, we got started late.
Yeah. Well, if you promise to come back, then we'll say that's all right. Oh, good.
We have to make an announcement.
Yes.
Donna Destry is at CBGB's tonight.
Uh-huh.
Jimmy, our keyboard player's actual real sister.
Right. Oh, well, that's good. That's not a plug in a car. It's just a major announcement. So do you have anything special coming up that anybody else should know about yourselves, your lives? I want to ask you something else, although this comes at an odd time. I wanted to ask you about your relationship. And I know you lived together.
Yeah.
For a few years.
6 years.
6 years, very soon. Right?
Right. Good.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about getting married?
I don't know, we might.
You know, yeah, we're waiting where we get famous enough so that we get cars and yachts for presents.
Oh, that's heavy. What about bambinos?
I don't know. What about them?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Okay, that's a definite they don't know.
We'd like to make sure that, you know, Western civilization is going to stay there in some form or another before we start, you know, etc.
I know, well, these kids seem to come up whether you have them or not anyway, you know. I didn't mean to have one, and I got one sent in the mail to me, as you all know.
Oh.
I have a child by special delivery.
That's really great.
Hey.
Mail Express, you
That's
know.
right. And it's really great to have you. Gosh, it's almost time to go. We've only been a minute. I don't want to talk to anybody on the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a letter from the
Oh, they
Army
have
today.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't hear that.
Yeah.
They have 4 minutes.
They said they wanted to.
Well, they're wrong. Oh, I didn't mean them. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. They heard that I was interested in everything, and they told me that, you know, I could have a great career in the Army.
In the Army, really?
Yeah, the Army sent me a letter.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, $400 and something a month, plus food, clothing, everything. Doctors, dentists, the works.
And increased military consciousness.
Yeah.
And you could get married.
Well, I don't see why not.
I'm teasing. That's incredible. I hope that maybe, like, what do you think of rock people or musicians that do like ads for the Army? Do you think that's
Well,
weird?
I haven't seen any.
I haven't seen any.
Elvis Costello, Armed Forces.
Oh, but I know.
You
I've
mean
seen
like in the
some.
Navy?
No, not like that. But like on Saturday Night Live, they have these ads for the Army and the
What do
Navy.
you mean with the Bee Gees or something?
Well, they have some groups. I can't think of any
No,
offhand.
they don't have. They don't
Yes,
have.
they do, and I'll be back next week with the answer to who
Well,
that is.
It's deplorable.
Good. And what else can I ask you? Well, it's 3 minutes, but that means 1 minute till music, right, gang?
Well, I have a friend who's in the Swiss Army, and everyone in Switzerland is in the Army.
And they get the knives.
And
And
machine
they get
guns.
little machine guns, and
I
they
know.
keep them at home and everything, and everybody's prepared and taught
Yeah.
how to defend their...
Well, it's so little. It's like just Manhattan size of everything.
Is it?
Well, it's not that many more people. I think they're only like, I don't know how many. Oh, forget it.
A million
Yeah,
people, I don't
you're
know.
asking the wrong person. I have a map on my wall. I won't say this, of the United States, and it doesn't have the states written in. It's like a... And I sit there and look at it every day, and I don't know all the states still. So, like, I'm not a good person to ask that.
Oh yeah, what about our pogo stick thing?
Right, I had promised that I would do a pogo stick thing. I want to do like do-si-do and go around a circle. We could make up like a kind of a dance together,
Right.
like an act.
Okay.
And we'll work on that and be back maybe, you know, in a month or so,
Okay.
if you're around.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Oh, goody. Okay, aren't we having some music? Okay, bring it up and we'll say goodbye and see you next week.
And I really enjoy your show. I watch it quite often.
Oh,
so.
thank you.
Sure.
And your audience sometimes has better phone attitude than on Glenn's show, I must say. For the most part, they're much more interested.
Our people go to bed early.
Maybe that's it. And don't forget The Fall of Western Civilization, coming soon to a theater near you and to your neighborhood. Be
good.
the first in your block.
Okay, well, I hope you'll dance with me.
Okay.
Because if I can't dance, you can keep your revolution. And I want to hear it up